Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for Friday, June the 24th. So we're on track to go higher. I've had the title as being corrective, but I do believe it's a corrective rally rather than a bullish market. I mean, obviously it's bullish because it's going up, but it's part of a larger corrective pattern, and we'll probably get to see that in some of the stocks. Now, I know the whole thing looks bullish, but I would still need, if I was going to turn bullish, I would need to see the market. I would have to label this wave 1 here, and I have relabeled this here in line with the stock market just to make things a little bit sort of easier. But if I was going to label this, I would need, as a bullish move, I would need 5 waves for the NASDAQ here. So wave 1 and 2 here, and then these 5 waves up here would need to be wave 3 here, then wave 4, and then wave 5 up here. So we would need to see 5 waves up here higher, and then all we would do at that point would be buy the ABC correction back again, back down here. So we're not going to really miss anything. And we talked about being long yesterday in this space, and you can stay long and just keep the stop under the, in this case, the 11,500, which is a medium level. We're going into minor group 2, 65, 72 and 80, so it always causes resistance. But once the market actually sits as support on the 65, 11,650 in this case, then you know that the market's going to be climbing higher. So this is a I mean, the medium level here at 11,500 is a bit of an odd number, as I've mentioned, but the 11,000 and 12,000 is important for tops and bottoms, but it is the 11,500 that will be the balance of the battle between these two numbers. And we can see it here, and when this market comes up here and then decides to come back down again, we'll see it here, and we'll be using it to really confirm that we're going down at that point, and we'll be loading up on our trades. But we will be looking for short trades within here, but within confirmation. But I'm just showing the NASDAQ here as a general move here. So we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a wave 4. You could also look at it as a wave B if you've counted the whole move down as a WXY. So that's it in a nutshell. So Friday and Monday to be bullish, so trading long, but realizing that once we get to this end of this 5-wave structure here, then we need to take profit, and then we need to prepare for the short trade. Now, we don't need to, we don't need to short right at the top. We'll wait for confirmation. We'll get an impulse wave down, and then we'll use that impulse wave's corrective pattern back up, and then we'll look to short down, and that way we'll get our risk reward happening a bit better. Okay, so I'll go to the daily chart on Apple just to give us a bit of a picture of where we're up to with all of this. There's some markets around the place that can have one more low and have a low in, and there's others that will have 2 more lows in. It's pretty clear. I mean, I'm in Australia, and I can see for us that we're going to have 2 more lows in for our indices. But everything moves together to a point, and but in this case here, we've just been looking for this little move here. So we're going to go in and have a little look at this, and we're just going to stay with the intraday with all of these other charts that we're going to be looking at. So going into 100 ticks, and we'll bring in a bit more data. That's enough. So in this case here, we've just been looking for the ABC to the upside here. So yeah, wave A and B, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 moving up here higher. So the 142, 143 is our target area. We also talked about being long here. We talked about being long in a few stocks. The stop can now just go under this wave 2 low. That should not be breached at this point, and you can start taking some money off the table, probably at 142, or even if 140 if you're a little bit anxious, if you've overtraded. But that's the pattern that we're looking for, and that will be the pattern across the market. So Based on that, we're just going to move that to the side. Nvidia pulled back a little bit further, but from wave 1 here we've got the A wave and ABC for the B wave, and we'll start to see this climb. It might not reach its target up here. We'll just see how it goes. Because it came deeper down here, it means obviously something, you know, it's been sold off a little bit, but it has covered its gap here, done its job here. So not that all stocks cover gaps. That idea in the futures market, gaps can get covered more often because you know, for every buyer there's a seller. But with stocks, the best thing to do, I find, is that just go back and have a look at its history and see if it's covered gaps 80% of the time, well then it's 80% useful. Do you know what I mean? As simple as that. So yeah, nice bullish run coming up through here. So nice trading, really, I reckon. So just keep the stop under the low. I won't call it trade and draw it in there. Amazon here, once again, a slightly different pattern here with but still wave A and B here. I could probably bring it out. I could probably put wave A and B here as well. Not that it matters, we're still on the same track, but the good point here is the 110. So one is the strongest number in the market, and we can see that it was resistance and it's snaked across here, but finally it's just finished off here nicely and then made a new high here. So you could probably add to that position, and we shouldn't have any problems getting up there higher for all of that. So yeah, Friday and Monday. Friday closes strong, well then Monday's going to follow through on that, and we'll see the profit taking coming in Tuesday morning session. Meta, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm not really interested in trading this up. It's got a slightly different count than the other markets in this move down here. We're waiting for the bounce off the 150, which is occurring yesterday and it's occurring now, and it will occur tonight in the next session and the session after, and then we'll pin it in on wave 2, and then we'll look for the wave 3 short. So I won't go to the intraday on that one. And Tesla, so we're looking at well, we counted 5 waves up here, 1 2 3 4 5. So yesterday we were looking for the pullback, and so we got that pullback in, so we'll get another 5 waves here, probably coming in around the top over here, just above the 750, maybe 756 for that. So also for the day traders, nice little move to the upside. And Alphabet's the same as Tesla, so we've got wave 1 coming down here. This is one of the reasons I feel that we need to come down further, because Tesla and Amazon haven't made new lows here. They're still above here. So yeah, I mean, the only mistake I could make here, if we have this as 1 2 3 4 and 5 come up here, but then I'll just bring wave 4 across here, and then we still need to come down at that point. This doesn't really count down as a, you know, to count this up here, you could probably get away with it as an impulse wave, but this is not a corrective wave here. So this is why I feel okay about having another low coming into play with all of this. But yeah, Google and Tesla are the same, so you can kind of compare notes on those. Microsoft, from the wave A here, we can look at this as the A wave, the B wave, and as you know, all through the week here, what I decided to do with this one, after calling wave A and B in here, then to really extend this particular structure out, and that's working really nicely at the moment. So we still have further to go. We could look at this as 1 and 2 here, and we'll look at this to move up here further as 3, 4 and 5 will probably, normally it's, you know, when you've got a trend channel, Elliott trend channel, it's normally the 3s that take out the tops here, so that will take out the tops. But at some point you'll see that come back and test those tops before moving off again at that point. So we could probably, if I can get my mitts on that, we could probably extend that up there, drop that back into here somewhere, and that will become useful as support over there. So yeah, all good there. So we'll see that up at 265 for Microsoft, and Berkshire Hathaway fell out of bed, but I'm just going to consider this still going on here as the A, the B, and moving up here in 5 waves for this C wave before moving down again at this point. So yeah, makes it look corrective. And also the banks are a bit like that too in a way, so we'll get to that. So squares a little bit well, same but different. We've got an A wave, a B wave, 1 2 3 4 5. So this is probably going to finish off first with this, and this level here, the 65, it doesn't really seem much, but I think the market's going to stick to that a fair bit. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Yeah, so it probably won't run with the other ones. It will end up being pulled back and sticking to this market. So I don't think this is a good long trade at this point, but look, hey, everybody's been wrong before. So the finance sector, so this is basically a daily chart, not quite 10,000 ticks, but in a nutshell, we're looking for wave 3 and 4 here, or wave 2, and we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So when we look at the banks, you'll sort of understand where we are with those. So in this case here for Bank of America, we've got wave A here, deep wave B here, and wave C here. So we should see this just come back to the old highs here. But yeah, we're looking for 5 waves up. There's not 5 waves there yet. You'll get a classic trading levels pattern at the 32 there. So you'll be looking for support on that level, a bit like that, and then down again. So you can build in here. I mean, trading between 2 and 3, that's it. That would be the go. So look for a classic trading levels pattern here, and get to the 3 and just get out at that point. Just take your piece of cake and be happy. And this Morgan's here. This is another good reason to see that this is corrective. I mean, the move down here is more like Berkshire Hathaway. Bank of America didn't take the low out here, but JP has taken the low out here, and we've got 3 waves here, whichever way you want to construct that. So another box to be ticked to help confirm that we do not have a low in for the markets just yet for this. So another move up here that's occurring nicely at this point. So yeah, all on track. You can go long here again as well. I'm not going to bother calling any trades in. And this is this is Goldman's here as well. Bit of a complicated sort of pattern, and I haven't labeled it, but basically the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave come up. Definitely fill the gap. Maybe get to, markets like to get to large numbers, but it just sort of skipped it here. But when a market moves through a level, it likes to go back and retest it at some point. So it might surprise us and push up higher than I thought, I think. But anyway, we're not that interested in that, and there we go. That's the end of that. So alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.